It is absolutely essential that you create deep levels of internal safety in order to reclaim your sovereignty. Why? Because when we don't feel safe in our bodies, we can't connect to our own soul's truth. When we don't feel safe emotionally to speak our truth, to reveal ourselves, who we authentically are, then we aren't going to use our voice and choose for ourselves. And that's why when you really want to start embodying your sovereignty, which is the only way to experience true inner freedom, regardless of external circumstance, true inner freedom is working on harnessing the capacity of your own energetic system to create new levels of safety, even if you've never felt safe before in this lifetime or past lifetimes. That was me. I've done so much work over the past 10 years to actually reset my nervous system, my emotional system, my energetic system, so my soul could feel safe being here. Because the soul dissociates and disconnects when it doesn't feel safe, when it doesn't feel like it belongs on this planet or in a body, when it doesn't feel like it fits in or belongs to a community or family. And it's not an easy journey to start to create that level of safety. But the thing is, when we don't do the work to create internal safety, we don't actually get to be present here in life, in the body. We don't actually get to feel intimate with ourselves or other people, because we can't experience intimacy with others without first creating internal intimacy with self. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with others. If you're not feeling and embracing and acknowledging your emotions, you can't express them to other people. If you're not aware of your own needs or feelings or desires, you certainly can't vocalize them. And so it all starts within. One of the primary ways to do this is to start to create safety to be in your body, because unless the soul feels safe to be here, it will not fully reunite with your body. So I'm an international soul embodiment guide. And what that means is it's about creating the energetic and emotional capacity, because that's the soul realm, energy and emotions, through your consciousness, the mental realm, to be able to bring more of your soul's light into your physical form, into your daily experience, into your speech, into your relationships, into everything you do. Because that's how we embody our soul, embody our divinity, embody love, and be in your true power. That's not contingent on anything or anyone external to you. And this requires deepening into your roots. And so often in the spiritual community, we hear a lot about being in the mind, meditating on the third eye, or even in the heart. And the heart is a portal to be able to do this work. But we also have to bring the heart and our awareness into the lower root chakras. Now, if you're not familiar with chakras, they are the energy centers that are not inside the body, but that actually comprise the body and make up our physicality. And so the root chakra stores trauma that we have experienced in this life and past lives around belonging, survival, safety. We disconnect when we feel trauma, when we've been killed in past lives, silenced, tortured, all the things, persecution wounds, witch wounds, you name it. There are many reasons we don't feel safe, particularly because we live in a world and a society. It's not the earth, it's not the world, it's the society and the consciousness of society that doesn't really allow us to feel safe to be who we are, because we have all these notions of success and power that are based on domination and control and denial of the soul. So When you start to work with your root chakra, which is located at your perineum, the very base of your body, where when you sit down, your seat meets your body, that is where we can bring our awareness and attention, intention, and start to create space. Because when you meditate in the body, I do a lot of guided, embodied meditations. I have a free one I'll mention at the end of this. That when you bring your awareness there, because we are energy, our physical body is actually energy, then we move all the stagnant energy that has been stored there. We create that space for the stagnant energy that's been stuck to start to break up and move to the surface. This is why it's important to either have a guide or a really strong consciousness so that you're not just pushing it back down so it gets stuck again. So if you start to release this energy in the body and your energetic emotional system, emotions start to rise to the surface, trauma, memories start to rise to the surface, you have to either have support from a guide or the consciousness to be able to acknowledge it and let it move freely. So it doesn't just re-stick itself and create that stagnancy again. So you start bringing your awareness into the root, into the body. And then over time, start to expand that energy in your root chakra by resourcing and reconnecting to the earth, to Gaia, particularly her crystalline core, which is her fifth dimensional energy, reconnecting and resourcing from her. Because what really creates a lack of safety? Well, disconnection from the earth and our bodies. What is the earth? Our body. What creates safety? Being in our body, being present. And so we have to work with this energetically and emotionally by acknowledging what arises to root down, literally root down back into ourselves. Because when you are not connected to yourself, to your inner truth, to your inner wisdom, to your inner voice, you can be very easily controlled and dominated and constantly pulled by the external or other people's energy, told what to do, because you're not choosing for yourself unless you know yourself, your truth. And self-choice, sovereignty, being your own authority, requires deep levels of self-knowledge. So anchoring into yourself is a foundational piece for sovereignty, into your literal roots, reconnecting with Gaia, reconnecting with your body, and then creating a receptive state for the wisdom of your soul to rise into your consciousness. Because your body is a communication device for your soul. And when you begin to connect consciously with intention and awareness, you can open those lines of communication and create dialogue with your soul in and through your body. This is a huge part of what I teach, both in online portal yoga classes, soul embodiment Sundays, a monthly embodied meditation group that's beginning in October, and my one-on-one and group portals of transformation. So if this calls to you, check out the links below or DM me, let me know if you're interested in this, because you have to go into your body to be sovereign and create that safety. Now, that's how we start to create the physical safety, is by doing the embodied meditations, the energy practices, reconnecting with Gaia, placing your feet on the earth, making a prayer in your heart to connect with her, because she is a conscious living entity that wants us to reconnect and feel safe here. So many of us, particularly I hear in the spiritual community, and I used to be guilty of this myself, feel like, oh, the earth is this, third dimension and so dense and so hard. It's not the earth herself. It's the consciousness of humanity on earth that creates the problem, so to speak. the lower vibration. So the earth herself has already gone into 5D. The earth herself is a magnetic, majestic, beautiful being here to support us. But we have to redevelop a relationship with her. And the emotional safety is primarily developed when we start working with how are we responding to the external world. So first you create a relationship with your internal world. What are you feeling? What are you needing? What are you desiring? What's the energy moving through you? You start to feel, oh, this is my energy body. This is me. Okay, so I can separate from the external. Now, when the external judgment comes toward me, and I know this person is judging me, instead of just taking it in, making it yours, you go, oh, wait, I have a choice because I'm sovereign. Do I agree with this judgment? Is this mine? And if I agree, what in me, where inside of me am I still judging myself? How can I do the inner work, self-love, self-compassion, self-acceptance to not take that judgment in emotionally or energetically? And it keeps the external external. And so if you're someone who struggles with separating how you feel from how others feel, you're very empathic, you take on energy of others, this kind of work is for you, because you have to learn how to distinguish. It doesn't mean you don't ever feel it. It means that you distinguish it from yours, and you can very easily separate that other person's feeling or experience from your own, because you are so in touch and embodied in your own self. You know it's not yours, which gives you the capacity to decide to leave it out. You also create emotional safety by doing deeper proactive work on self-acceptance and no longer abandoning yourself, even if another does, no longer rejecting yourself, even if another does, no longer betraying yourself, which is about really connecting to your unique soul truth and acting on it, even when no one around you agrees. I've done this so many times. Like when I left the legal profession in 2013 to go on a spiritual pilgrimage, it seemed really ludicrous to worldly success. I had been a practicing attorney for 7 years and was very successful, and I just left it all. That was a time when you barely ever heard of anyone doing that. And yet my soul asked me to do that. I have done this over and over and over, and I live this to embody my soul's truth, because when we don't embody our soul's truth and honor what it's asking of us, parts of us die. That's when we dissociate. That's when suddenly the life force energy of exuberance and passion and presence just diminishes, diminishes, diminishes. Because how can your life force energy move through you if you're constantly pushing yourself down? So you want more sexual desire? Work on your life force energy and your relationship with yourself. If you want more passion for what you do in the world, work with your life force energy and your relationship with yourself. Connect with your body. This is the way that we get to live freely, passionately, joyfully, fulfilled from the inside. No longer looking for the external, but from the inside. And so this is just a brief introduction into the ways that you can begin to create that internal safety emotionally and energetically, to allow more of your soul to come into your body, to inform you, to communicate with you, to guide you, so that you can begin to source love and safety and acceptance and belonging from within. No longer searching or seeking outside yourself, feeling depleted or in need or in lack, which shifts every relationship in your life and how you approach everything. everything. And so if you're not at all sure how to do this, I just did another activation. It's an activation of sovereignty. It's free. All you have to do is click the link below to sign up. And it is basically connecting you to your root chakra, opening your root chakra, connecting you down into the crystalline core of Gaia, activating your soul's core light in your solar plexus. And then there are some spoken invocations to, it's like a prayer of your soul to like, this is what I'm declaring. This is what I'm claiming. Because when you speak from your heart, these intentions, these invocations, that's when the magic happens. Because you're saying to the universe, to God, source, and divine, whatever you call it, this is what I desire. This is what I'm ready to claim. And the universe conspires to support you, whether it's me as a guide, whether it's another practice workshop, something that shows up, an animal spirit, whatever it is, your path will be illuminated. But you first have to choose it. And so this activation of your sovereignty is a way to do that. There are journal prompts that are followed up with after you get the activation to take you deeper into self, to start looking at this relationship with yourself, and it's all free. So go to the pathtosovereignty.com to sign up for the free gift. You can also join us for Soul Embodiment Sunday, starting on Sunday, October 22nd. It's $13 a month. We do embodied meditations, wisdom teachings for an hour. You get access to the replay for a week to do as many times as you want. And this free activation of sovereignty, you can do every single day to start to deepen into your own energy system. It's truly an offering from my heart to yours, and I hope that you will say yes to yourself and receive this. Jessica Falcon, the path to sovereignty, so much love to you.